I looked up traits of a good wife in Japanese, and it looks like this. Yeah, I see a lot of women talking. And then I looked it up in English, and it looks like this. I see a lot of men talking. Interesting. Today, let's compare them, shall we? To start off a thought experiment, I looked up traits of a good wife and traits of a good girlfriend in both English and Japanese. I didn't have a lot of luck in English, but in Japanese, I found quite a few. So with that, I'm going to introduce Exhibit A. Okay. So honest and humble, sunao de kenkyo, always thinking positive, maimiki, clever, kashikoi, mentally stable, mentor ga ante, and you can voice your opinion. And at the end, she says, how many of those apply to you? So this is kind of standard fare. You know, you'll see, you know, the kind of making it cute or whatever, and little dancing in the background or whatever, with a song that's, you know, whatever. That's just kind of the way people do TikToks. But what I want to exhibit is she believes that these are traits that would make her a good choice or make you a good woman, right? And so that's kind of the point of the TikTok is either I have the traits or I want to exhibit those traits, and these are the 5 traits that I want to exhibit, right? So Exhibit A. So like I said earlier, when I was looking for traits of a good woman or traits of a good wife in English, I didn't have a lot of luck. So I actually searched traits of a boss bee, and I found a lot. So with that, I want to introduce our control, which would be Cardi B.
I have goals. I know how I want my future house to look like. I know how I want my future kids to live like. And I want to maintain a certain type of lifestyle. And I know what I got to do to maintain it. So that's why I go so hard to maintain it. Like, it's like things get hard sometimes, but it's like I know if I keep pushing, I'm going to get what I want. So I'm going to keep on doing it.
Okay, so we're pretty well versed in Cardi B and who she is. And she's not really listing characteristics, but she is saying that she kind of sort of has to, you know, maintain, I guess, kind of sort of like a guy, if you will. You know, she's got to hustle, she's got to grind so that her kids can live a certain way, and, you know, but just introducing to control. Now for Exhibit 2. 5 traits of a well-raised woman. Okay, so it's asking how many do you fit. So this is asking sodachi no ii kanojo no tokujo, right? So if you're raised as a proper lady, you would have these traits, and they're asking how many of these traits do you fit. Okay, so the first trait is that you don't use dirty words, right? So your way of talking isn't vulgar, right? And the second one is 26歳までに結婚してる. So you get married before you're 26 years old. Okay, the third one. So this one says, like, when you have things, you take care of the things that you own. So you treat the things that you own with a level of care, I guess. And this one, it says order toka asagairi toka shinai. So that means just not partying out all night or staying out late as a lady. So that is unbecoming of a lady, right? And the last one is, I guess, is a little bit of a joke because it says come from a big home, but, you know, here, most people, it's hard to come from a big home. But you see the criteria that they're talking about for this particular TikTok. You shouldn't talk vulgar. You should get married young. You should be a person that takes care of their belongings in a way that, you know, shows that you value things. You shouldn't stay out late partying. And of course, the last one is just, I guess, party from big home. And that's exhibit 2. So, you know, because I care about you guys, I'm going to give you another control. So here we go.
What is a boss woman? I feel like she calls the shots. You know, she runs her, she knows her, and she's unstoppable. That's a boss woman to me. And I feel like I'm like that only because my mother's like that, my aunties are like that, my grandma is like that. So I have great role models. Like, all of those women are iconic to me.
All right, so what is a boss woman? She calls the shots. She runs her ish. She knows her ish. She's unstoppable. That's the boss woman. And then she talks about the women in her lives that were strong women. And yeah, that's the boss woman. And that would be my second control. How you guys compare and contrast the TikToks, that's on you guys. I want to end this video with a trivia question. What is this called? Okay. What do you call this, what this lady is doing right here? You see that right there? What do you call that? Now for Gen X guys, certainly boomers, we know what this is. I'm curious how many of your millennials, your Gen Z, your Gen Y kids, young guys, have you ever seen this before? Do you know what this is called? Because when we had a functioning black church, black people used to do this. So this is called a curtsy. This is the formal way that ladies bow when they're wearing a formal dress, right? And I think that the more boss chicks that we see, we're going to start seeing more of the relics of formal black culture kind of go the way of the dodo bird. It's unfortunate, but hey, boss chicks versus, you know, women that want to be ladies and wives. It is what it is. That's it. Like, subscribe. Catch you guys in the next video. Take care, guys.